This might just be the most underrated road trip in Italy, and if you love Prosecco, you need to add it to your list.
Winding through the hills of northern Italy between Conegliano and Valdobbiadene, the Prosecco Road is home to Italy's finest sparkling wine, medieval villages, and family-run wineries that have been perfecting bubbles for generations. Yet somehow, the stunning region still flies under the radar. In this video, we're road tripping through Prosecco country, stopping in hilltop towns, sipping Prosecco straight from the source, and showing you why this underrated wine region deserves more attention.
If you're new here, we're Diana and Daniel. In the last videos, we explored Venice and Venice's little cousin, Treviso, and today it's about exploring the Prosecco region.
We are starting our day off here in Valdobbiadene, which is either the start or the finish line of the Strada di Prosecco, the famous Prosecco street. We just enjoyed a great espresso, enjoying the view of the piazza here, and now I'm ready. I'm ready for some Prosecco, I'm ready for some windy roads.
It's a beautiful day. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
This stunning region is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized for its steep vineyards, historic villages, and centuries-old winemaking traditions. Driving through the Prosecco Hills is incredible, winding roads and beautiful panoramic views. There are over 175 wineries where generations of families have perfected the art of making Italy's finest sparkling wine.
It is very hard to make progress here on the Strada di Prosecco. We already stopped at 2 wineries and we got 3 bottles already.
We stopped at Tanorè.
Yeah, Tanorè.
Tanorè and Casalina, and wow, it's just so great to speak to the winery owners here.
Yeah.
They are so passionate, and the Prosecco is really good, as evidenced by our free bottles that we've got already. And the views are just incredible. I mean, this is one of the most scenic roads ever, but yes, we are not making much progress.
No, but it is so great to actually learn about where the Prosecco is coming from, all the designations, everything about Prosecco. It's just fantastic.
It's been very informative and really, really fun. I love it so far, and we're just at the beginning. So we have a lot more to explore.
This day is just getting better and better. Really just like a 5-minute, not even 5-minute drive away, we found a very unique lunch spots. I mean, the Italians really know what to do. They put a vending machine in a vineyard on a hill. I mean, genius.
So crazy. It's genius.
Genius.
I mean, I don't think I've ever heard about getting Prosecco from a vending machine.
Yeah, just to clarify, it's not like a random vending machine. There's like 15-20 types of Prosecco, a little bit of salami there,
and pretzels,
anything you need for a nice lunch overlooking the most epic view.
It's one of the most unique places with the most incredible views. I cannot get over this. This is so fun. They're just absolutely genius.
Well, let's get shopping, right?
Okay, I know. We have actually quite a few options to shop around.
Let's have a look.
It felt so strange grabbing a bottle of Prosecco from a vending machine, but also really fun. Daniel picked out a bottle, grabbed some snacks, and just like that, we were set. We found a quiet spot overlooking the vineyards, popped it open, and cheered to one of the most unforgettable moments of the trip. Honestly, this might be the coolest way we've ever had Prosecco. Pure magic.
The Prosecco vending machine is such a great idea and fabulous concept, but I think we had enough Prosecco now.
It was a great stop, but I am ready to check out some of the charming towns. There are so many cute medieval towns on the Prosecco Road, and we still have a long way to go.
Oh, yeah.
So we better get back on the road.
There are many cute medieval towns that you can stop by and explore. We stopped by at Cison di Valmarino and Rolle. Just really, really beautiful. There is the Castelbrando, sorry about that, in Camarino?
Yes, Valmarino.
Oh my goodness, those names, oh my god. Sorry if I mispronounce anything, but that castello is just magnificent.
And it's really
insane.
cool because you're gonna actually stay there. It's a beautiful luxury accommodation. I can only imagine what kind of views you get from up there. It looks amazing. But I am really excited about our own accommodation because we're staying at an amazing agriturismo, and I've been talking with the host and she seems so lovely. I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
But before we get there, there's one more spot that we're gonna check out now. I already see it over there. It looks so cool.
Yeah, we're currently in another little town called Refrontolo, which is really famous for a really old, charming windmill.
Yeah.
Watermill.
Watermill.
Clearly the heat is getting to me.
It is hot. It's over 30 degrees again today. But yeah, we're gonna explore this now. It's called Molinetto della Croda.
Yes.
And it looks beautiful. It's a little waterfall as well.
It's so cute. It looks like something out of like a fairy tale book. It's so cute.
After an incredible day of sparkling wine tasting, scenic drives, and hilltop towns, we were excited to arrive at our accommodation and relax. We were really looking forward to see the place we chose to stay, and it definitely did not disappoint.
Tonight we are staying at Agriturismo La Mire, and this is such a cute cottage like bed and breakfast. Amazing. We were welcomed with a really warm welcome from the owner and their dog Giorgio. So cute, the dog.
Giorgio is so cute. There's even a peacock running around.
It's over there.
It is so charming. You instantly feel relaxed when you step onto this property. There are amazing views of the vineyard. It's so cozy. I can't wait to show you guys the room. I love this place. It's so nice. Okay, it's time for the tour. So as soon as you walk in, you're greeted by the coziest atmosphere. The details in here are so nice with the carpets and the pillows, the paintings on the wall. It's so lovely. In the corner over there, you have the fridge where you have water and Prosecco and wine. It's just instantly feels so cozy when you walk in here. And just up over there are the rooms, which again, of course, follows the charming atmosphere. So follow me. Welcome to Garpolo Doro room. When you enter inside, on the right, you have the washroom, which is very spacious, and you have views of the vineyard. You come inside, and the room is very spacious. It's simple, but very cozy, with the wooden furniture everywhere, and of course, the highlight, the views of the vineyard. It's just really wherever you look, the views are incredible, and this room is just so cozy. It really feels homey. I absolutely love it. What an incredible day. Now I think it's time to refresh and relax.
We just had an amazing breakfast. Honestly, so good. Homemade jam, homemade pies.
It was an absolute feast. The croissants were really good too.
Yeah, so flaky.
And I mean, the best part of all is the views around. It's so beautiful. I have really enjoyed staying here at Agriturismo La Mire. It is honestly feels like home away from home.
It sure does, yeah. The host, she's so nice. And also all the animals, there's Giorgio back there. The
dogs and peacocks and chickens. It's
everything. It's just
awesome.
It's just amazing. Yeah.
I love it. It's so charming, and what an incredible experience exploring the Prosecco region. It is definitely an underrated destination. We had so much fun. We highly recommend checking out this part of Italy.
It is definitely not the last time that we got here.
Yes.
We need to come back. Prosecco is amazing.
I think we said that
Landscapes,
like probably 10 times.
Great.
I really want to come back for sure. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video and our series so far in Italy. Next up will be Austria, so make sure you stay tuned for that, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.